Hello, class 10. We're standing up, nice and tall, feet are together, and then we're turning the toes out 45 degrees and think about what you can feel working. You should be feeling glutes, you should be feeling adductors, and then take the heels out in line with the toes so they're hip width apart, but keep that connection. You know how it feels now, glutes and adductors working. Okay, we need the weight to be evenly distributed around the feet, big toe joint, outside edge of the foot, and centre of the heel behind, so the ankles are nicely in alignment. Then draw up through the knees so quads are working, but don't lock the knees out. And then we're tilting the pelvis forward and tilting it back. So don't force the movement, just explore it. How far can you come forward without any discomfort at all, and how far you can tilt back. So just rocking the pelvis gently, getting a little bit of mobility there in the low back, and then settle midway between those 2 points where you feel that you're more or less in neutral. We're taking a deep breath in through the nose. And breathing out, releasing any tension in the body. Next breath in. And breathing out, take the weight a little way forward, take the weight a little way back, come back to the centre of the feet where you feel grounded. Next breath in. As you breathe out, pelvic floor now. Draw sit bones together, draw coccyx and pubic bone together, and lift just to the point you can feel them working, and hold them there. Next breath in. And breathing out, gently tightening abdominals, flattening and widening across the hip bones at the front. Hold them there as well. Next breath, rib cage coming really wide at the sides. And breathing out, rib cage closing in and down. Shoulders coming up to ears. And breathing out, shoulder blades sliding down the back in a gentle V towards the spine. Leave shoulders there, take another deep breath in. And breathing out, crown of the head reaching to the ceiling, fingertips to shoulders, easing them through. So 4 really big circles going one way. And 4 coming back the other way. And drop the arms down. Heads now, turn the head to one side and bring it center. Turn to the other side and center. First side, center, second side and center. Now with a circle, turn the head, gently drop the chin, circle round, look over the other shoulder. Drop and circle, and circle, and circle. Bring the head back to center, tilt to one side, and lift. Tilt, and lift. Tilt, lift, tilt, and lift. Side bend coming up, reach over, and up, and down. Other side, coming over, and up, and down. One more each side, reach over, and up, and down. Last one, over, come up, and down. And now we're going to circle the leg. So just small circles. If you need to hold on to something, then do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Swap to the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring the leg down, give the legs a little shake, and then we'll do single knee lift. So standing up nice and tall, lifting up out of the pelvis, peel the foot off, lift the knee, peel the foot down. So lots of work through the feet, and peel down. Lift and low. Lift lower, lift and lower. 1, 2, 3 and 4. And then standing up nice and tall again, feet hip width apart, Cossack arms, grow as you turn and come centre. Grow to the other side and centre. To the first side, centre, second side and centre. Swap the arms to the left and centre. Right, centre, left, centre, right and centre. Bring the arms down, have a little shake all over, and we're coming straight down onto our backs. And you will need a circle and a ball. And you might need a pad and block and a band. Okie doke. So coming down onto your backs, then you can use your pad or block behind the head if you want to. And feet are hip width apart. Let's pop the ball in between the knees. So the adductors are working a little bit. And keeping the knees hip width apart. So feet and knees in line with the hips. Arms long by your sides. And we're just going to warm up the behind the waistline, warm up the lumbar spine. So we're tucking all the way under, behind the waistline, pressing into the mat. And ease it gently back to the natural arch, don't force it. Tucking all the way under and ease it gently back to neutral. So carry on, just very gentle, rocking the pelvis backwards and forwards, warming up the lower spine, getting some mobility there, easing out any tension. And then set up in neutral. So tailbone is down, natural curve forward behind the waistline, hip bones at the front, frontal pubic bone are level with each other. We're taking a deep breath in, side and back of rib cage open wide. And breathing out, rib cage closing in and down. Next breath in. And breathing out, gently engage pelvic floor just to the point you can feel it's engaged. Next breath in. And breathing out, gently tightening abdominals, flattening and widening across the hip bones at the front. Hold them there as well. Going into imprint and release, just tightening the muscles between top of pelvis, bottom rib. So breathing in, strong exhale to tighten up. Inhale, side of rib cage, and release to neutral. Inhale, exhale, contract. Inhale, stay, and release. Inhale, exhale, tighten up. Inhale, hold, release to neutral. Inhale, exhale, contract. Inhale, hold, and exhale, release. And then take the ball away because we're going to do leg slides. So we're starting off with the feet down. You can keep the feet down all the way through. You don't have to build up if you don't want to. We're in neutral, pelvic floor and tummy gently tightened, middle finger on the hip bone at the front, thumb on the bottom rib, to make sure that the back and pelvis is staying stable. So we're inhaling to slide one leg away, all the way out directly in front of you. Pull up knee, pull up thigh, gently point the toe, and keeping everything stable, draw the leg back in. Inhale, slide the left leg away, and exhale, bring it in. Right leg sliding out, and bring it center, and left leg all the way out, and draw it back. Adding in the arms, arms to ceiling, shoulder width apart, palms facing each other. Inhale, right leg, left arm, keep the ribs softly down, keep that connection, top of pelvis, bottom rib, and draw in. Left leg, right arm, and center. Right leg, left arm, and bring them back. Left leg, right arm, and center. Right leg, left arm, and draw in. Left leg, right arm, and center. Right leg, left arm, and draw in. Left leg, right arm, and bring them back. Now if you want to take it up a level, breathe in, breathe out to tighten up. One leg tabletop, you've still got a little arch here, really tight around the middle. Second leg tabletop. So you're either taking the leg out on the diagonal, pull up thigh, pull up knee, bend it and come in, or out on the diagonal, lower, don't let it rest down there, bring it back up. So inhale, right leg, left arm, and draw in. Left leg, right arm, and centre. Right leg, left arm, and in. Left leg, right arm, and bring them back. So all the time, keeping that connection, top of pelvis, bottom rib, not letting the ribs flare up as the arm reaches back. 2 more. Bring them in. Left leg, right arm, and bring them back. 1 leg down, second leg down. Reach the arms, reach the legs, and have a good stretch through. Pointy feet. Flex them, reach the heels away. Reach left heel, left arm away from each other. Right heel, right arm. Left side again. And right side again. And release. So now we're going to do lowering and lifting the leg with arm raises. We'll add those in a minute. You can use your circle if you want to keep the arms shoulder width apart. So you can do this with the legs tabletop, with the legs bent, or you can do this with the legs straight, depends on your flexibility. And also on your strength around the core, because as we lengthen the levers, it will try and pull the pelvis forward, overarching here. So you have to be very strong around the middle to keep that under control. So choose whichever one is right for you. We're in neutral, pelvic floor tummies gently tightened, and we are taking the legs 1 to tabletop, second 1 to tabletop, and if you're flexible and strong, take the legs up to the ceiling. So again, we don't want any changes happening between top of pelvis, bottom rib. Okay? So we'll start off legs only, and then we'll add in the arms. So we're inhaling to reach the right leg away, and exhale, lift. Inhale, left leg away, and exhale, lift. You could put middle finger on the hip bone at the front, thumb at the bottom rib, just to check that pelvis and spine are staying absolutely stable. You don't have to take the leg all the way down. You can just challenge the core by taking it as far away as you can feel that you're having to work to keep everything under control, but you are still able to do so. So right leg away, and lift, and left leg away, and lift. Now adding in the arms if you want to, arm raises. So again, we need to think about the ribs staying softly down. Inhale, right leg, both arms, and exhale, lift. Inhale, left leg, both arms, and up to the ceiling. Right leg, both arms, and lift. Left leg, both arms, and lift. If you're doing this in tabletop, make sure you take the thigh away from the torso and bring it back. Don't just let that lower leg drop down. Puts too much strain on the knee and you won't be challenging the core. So inhale, right leg, both arms, and lift. Left leg, both arms, and up. Right leg, both arms, lift. Left leg and arms, and lift. 4 more, whichever one you're doing, and lift. Left leg, and lift. Right leg, lift. Left leg, and lift. And then legs tabletop, 1 leg down, second leg down. Reach the arms, reach the legs, and have a good stretch out. Okay. So now we're going to squeeze on the circle. If that's not for you, pop the ball in between the knees and squeeze on the ball instead. Or if you're happy to use the circle but you don't want to go too far, you don't need to build it up, just keep it gentle. So don't have the feet wide, because if you put the circle there and you squeeze, the thighs are going to internally rotate. Okay, and we want the adductors working, pushing in towards the centre. So feet hip width apart, knees hip width apart, open the knees, drop the circle in, back is neutral, Natural arch here, these 3 bones level with each other, pelvic floor and tummy is gently tightened. So we're breathing in, breathing out to squeeze, stay, and slowly release. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, inhale, hold, and control it coming out. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, stay, and release. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, inhale, hold, and release it slowly. Building up if you want to, breathing in, breathing out, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, stay, and slowly release. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, hold, and release. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, stay, release it slowly. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, inhale, hold, and slowly release. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, 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 inhale, hold, release slowly and evenly out. Inhale, squeeze, 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 inhale, stay, release it slowly. Inhale, squeeze, 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 inhale, hold, release slowly and evenly. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, 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 inhale, hold, and slowly release. Little pulses, inhale. Exhale, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, exhale, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take the circle away, and we're going to do hip rolls into bridge, and we're going to do them with knee abduction. So we need to take the pad or block away from behind the head, and we want to tie the band in a bow, not a knot, tightly around the thighs. So legs together, make sure it's nice and tight so that you get some resistance there. Okay, and tie it into a bow. Okay. And then we've got heels a bit closer to seats than normal, arms long by your sides, back is neutral, pelvic floor and tummy is gently tightened. If you shouldn't hip roll into bridge, then you can just go into pelvic tilt. If you can roll up, but you only want to roll up a little way, you can go into pelvic tilt and just peel a bit of the pelvis off, so coming up to a low bridge. Otherwise, you're coming up all the way, straight line, knee to shoulder. Okay? All right, so we're breathing in to prepare. Breathing out, contract, tuck under behind the waistline, pressing into the mat. Squeeze into the glutes and peel the spine evenly off. Keeping the left leg absolutely still, pressing out against the band with the right leg and bring it center. Take the left knee to the side and bring it center. Breathing in and breathing out, rounding off the back, peeling evenly down through the spine and float off the tailbone back into neutral. Breathing in, breathing out, contract, tuck under, squeeze and peel off. Left knee out to the side and center. Right knee out and center. Breathe in, check pelvis is level and hasn't dropped. Soften down through the breastbone, peel evenly down through the spine and back to neutral. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, contract, tuck under, squeeze, peel evenly up. Right knee out and center. Left knee out and center. Breathe in and breathe out to peel down and come back to neutral. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tuck under, squeeze and peel off. Left knee out and center. Right knee out and center. Breathe in, stay, and breathing out, rounding off, peeling evenly down and back to neutral. We're going to do 2 more. This time we'll do 4 of the knee abductions. So breathing in, Breathing out, contract, tuck under, squeeze and come up. Right knee out and centre. Left knee and centre. Right knee, centre, left knee and centre. Breathe in, check. Breathing out, rounding off, peeling evenly down and back to neutral. Inhale. Exhale, contract, tuck under, squeeze and peel off. Left knee out and centre. Right knee, centre. Left knee, centre. Right knee and centre. Breathe in. Check the pelvis is level and hasn't dropped. Breathing out. Soften down through the breastbone. Round off the back. Peel evenly down through the spine. Float off the tailbone to neutral and release. And release yourself from the band. So, having worked against the resistance, we're now going to do knee drop with single arm fly without any resistance. And you need to control everything. You need to control the leg going out and coming back in. You need to control the other leg staying still. And you need to control the pelvis so it's not rocking side to side. So we'll start off just with the legs, then we'll add in the arms, and then we'll add in the circle as well. If the circle confuses you, put it down, just carry on without it. Okay, so back is neutral. You can have your paddle block back if you want it behind the head. So back is neutral, pelvic floor tummy gently tightened, feet and knees hip width apart, and we've got middle finger on the hip bone at the front, thumb on the bottom rib, to check that the pelvis isn't rocking side to side, to check it's staying level. So we're inhaling to release the right knee out to the side with control, and exhale to bring it centre. If you just let it flop, you won't be able to stop the pelvis going out to the side. So slowly out and slowly in. Inhale out to the side and exhale, bring it centre. Inhale left knee and bring it centre. If you want to add in the arms, they're up to the ceiling, shoulder width apart, opposite arm and leg. So inhale, right knee, left arm, and bring them centre. Inhale, left knee, right arm, and centre. Right knee, left arm, and centre. Left knee, right arm, and bring it in. If you want to add in the circle, it goes with the arm that's moving. So we've got the arms up to the ceiling, shoulders sliding away from ears, back neutral, pelvic floor tummy gently tightened. Inhale, right knee and left arm with the circle. And exhale, bring them centre. Inhale, left knee, right arm with the circle. Right knee is staying still, left arm is staying still. Bring them in. Right knee, left arm with the circle. And bring them centre. Left knee, right arm with the circle. And centre. Right knee, left arm. And centre. Left knee, right arm. And bring them in. 4 more. Right knee, left arm. And centre. Left knee, right arm. And draw them in. Right knee, left arm. And centre. And left knee, right arm. And bring them back. Take the arms behind you. Take the legs away. Have a really nice stretch out. And then flex the feet. Reach the heels away. And then feet back on the mat, hip width apart, grab your ball, pop it in between the knees. We're going to do protraction and retraction of the shoulder blades. So protraction, they glide away from each other. Retraction, they squeeze closer together. And then we'll do some chest squeezes. Have your band to hand for doing some stretches across the chest afterwards. Okay, so back is neutral. Pelvic floor tummy is gently tightened. Arms are up at the ceiling. Shoulders away from ears. Shoulder blades resting on the mat. Inhaling to reach up to the ceiling, shoulder blades gliding around the side of the rib cage, and breathing out, let the shoulder blades melt back down into the mat. Inhale, reach up, and draw them down. Reach up to the ceiling, and melt them down, and reach up, and melt them down. Now we're squeezing shoulder blades closer together. We're not squeezing onto the circle. Inhale, squeeze and release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze and release. So now we are going to squeeze onto the circle. Bend the elbows, bring the circle right down above your chest. So you need to stay open wide across the front of the chest. If the arms were up here, you'd be closing up across the front. So we bring them down, shoulder blades flat to the rib cage behind you. Don't forget pelvic floor and tummy is gently tightened in neutral as always. Breathing in, breathing out, little squeeze. Inhale, stay, and slowly release. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Hold, release it slowly. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Stay and release. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, hold, release it slowly. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, stay, release slowly and evenly. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, hold, and evenly out. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, hold, release it slowly. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, hold, and slowly release. If you don't want to build it up from here, that's fine. Do it gently or use the ball instead. Breathing in, breathing out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, stay. Release slowly and evenly. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, hold, and evenly release. Inhale, exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Hold, release it slowly. Inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, hold, and slowly release. Little pulses again, breathing in, breathing out. Pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then pop the circle down and grab your band. If you don't want to use the band, that's fine, just float the arms out. Up to you how much resistance you want. So test it out. Arms are up to the ceiling, shoulder width apart, holding onto the band between the thumb and the hands, never wrapped around the wrist. Okay, we want the elbows more or less straight, but don't lock them out. Shoulder blades sliding down the back, pelvic floor and tummy is gently tightened, and we're reaching out to the side and controlling it, coming slowly to the ceiling. So make it tighter or looser if you want to. Reach out to the side and evenly release. Reaching out and slowly to the ceiling, out to the sides and evenly up. 4 more, out to the sides and slowly to the ceiling. Reaching out and evenly up. Open out and slowly to the ceiling, and 1 more, and slowly release, and then pop the band down. I'm just going to grab a drink of water because my sorry, throat is getting very dry. Okay, so now we're going to do ab prep. We're bringing the upper body up. If that's not good for you, then you can do spine stretch forward instead. So you'll be sitting up, you can sit on a block, and just the upper body is going to do a gentle roll down. So at least this way it's not against gravity. So breathing in, breathing out, lengthen the back of the neck, upper body coming up and over the beach ball. Deep breath in, side and back of rib cage, and restack all the way to neutral. If you're okay to do ab prep, lying down and the upper body coming up, you can have the ball in between the knees and the head down on the block or a pad or a mat, up to you. If you want to work from extension, hop the ball below the shoulder blades, Clasp the hands to support the head, elbows wide to the side, and just find the right spot for you. You need to be able to keep that low back neutral. You need to be able to find neutral and keep it neutral without having that feedback from the mat. So up to you, try it and see. If you don't feel that you have that control, if you're tucking under or overarching, then take the ball away, pop it back in between the knees and work from being down on the mat. So either way, we've got hands clasped, elbows wide to the side. You can, if you don't feel any strain in the neck, bring the arms up either side as the upper body comes up, and bring the arms down as the upper body comes down. But any strain, do clasp the hands and support the head. So feet and knees are hip width apart, and the back is neutral. Pelvic floor and tummies are gently tightened. And in the first breath, we're just walking the eyes forward, lengthening out the back of the neck. So we've adjusted the weight of the head to a safer place for the neck before we bring the upper body up. As you breathe out, slide the ribs down towards the pelvis, upper body coming up, head coming with it, tummy staying flat, natural arch staying here behind the waistline, eye line to just above the knees. Breathe inside of rib cage to hold, drop the weight of the head in the hands if you're supporting, and breathing out to peel down. When the head touches down, release gently to neutral. So inhale, lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, slide ribs down to come up. Inhale, stay. Exhale, peel down. Head neutral. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slide ribs down, tummy flat, natural arch staying behind the waistline. Breathe inside of rib cage. And breathing out to peel down and release the head. Inhale, lengthen. Slide ribs down to come up. Inhale, stay. Peel down. Head neutral. Lengthen and come up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, peel down. Head neutral. Lengthen the back of the neck. Slide the ribs down. Inhale, stay. Exhale, peel down. Release the head. Two more. Lengthen the back of the neck. Slide ribs down to come up. Eye line to just above the knees. Breathe inside of rib cage. Drop the weight of the head in the hands. Peel down. Head neutral. And lengthen. Slide down. Inhale, hold. And exhale, peel down. And release the head to neutral. Take the ball away if you've got the ball behind you. Bring the head down and very gently turn the head side to side, easing out any tension in the neck. And then we're coming on to our fronts. Heel squeeze prone, thigh lift, shoulder lift, 100 prone, and double leg heel beats. So quite a lot happening on the front now. So we have one hand on top of the other, forehead resting on the top hand, legs wide, bend the knees, bring the feet together. Front of pubic bone into the mat, lower belly drawn out of the mat, pelvic floor and tummy staying gently tightened. We're breathing in, breathing out, squeeze the heels together and release the squeeze. Squeeze and release. Squeeze, release, squeeze, release. Four more. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And now we're in the same position. We're going to try and lift feet, knees and thighs up towards the ceiling. So imagine you've got a rope around your ankles up to a ring on the ceiling with a pulley, and someone's pulling that rope and it's lifting the feet up towards the ceiling. So again, pressing front of pubic bone into the mat, lower belly drawn out. We don't want the pelvis to tilt forward, increasing the arch behind the waistline. So breathing in, breathing out to lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift, lower, lift and lower. 4 more. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And then straighten out the legs, hip width apart, parallel, legs active, reaching along the mat away from you. So you can bring your forehead down onto a block and arms along by your sides with the shoulders relaxed down towards the floor. Still maintaining that neutral spine, reaching tailbone away from the crown of the head. So we're just focusing on the shoulders, just bringing the shoulders back to neutral. So we're just lifting them away from the mat. So inhale, exhale, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift, lower, lift and lower. 4 more. 4, 3, 2 and 1. And bring them down to rest. Now we're going to do the 100. So we're going to have the palms up to the ceiling and we're going to pulse up 50 times. Then we're going to turn the arms, palms down to the floor and continue to pulse for another 50. Okay, you can keep the upper body down and just work the arms, or you can bring the upper body up into a long low dive, into extension. So you've got that endurance work then happening in the upper back. So up to you. So legs hip width apart, parallel, active, front of pubic bone into the mat, lower belly drawn out of the mat, pelvic floor tummy is gently tightened, and if you're coming up, then everything comes up together. So palms up to the ceiling, off we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 10. In, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 20. In, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 30. In, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 40. In, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 50. Turn the arms, palms down. Make sure the back of the neck is staying long and lifted. You're looking down to the floor. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 60. In, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 70. In, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 80. In, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 90. In, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 100. And come down to rest. Really achy arms after that. Oh, so you might want to just hug yourself and give the arms a bit of a rest. Don't let me forget to do the legs though, while we're down here. And Wendy, I think I prefer to have this one. Alright, so we've got one hand on top of the other, forehead resting on the top hand, and we're just working the legs. So we've still got front of pubic bone into the mat, lower belly drawn out of the mat, pelvic floor and tummy is gently tightened. Legs are hip width apart and turned out in the hip joint. We're reaching both legs off the mat and we're going to beat the heels together. So off we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 10. In, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 20. In, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 30. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 40. In, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 50. And bring the legs down to rest. Hands to the mat. Coming up onto 4-point kneel. Cat stretch, breathing in, breathing out. Tuck the tailbone under, work your way up through the spine, gently drop the head. Deep breath in. And feet together, knees apart, breathing out. Easing back into shell. All of the back rounded off. And you can take one arm round to the feet, other arm round, and keep the back rounded off. Deep breath in, and breathing out, stay where you are. Deep breath in, and breathing out, relaxing forwards. Bring the hands onto the mat, and support yourselves rolling back up, all the way back up to neutral. Okay, roll up. So you have choices here. You can use the band or not. or you can do a half roll up or a half roll back. And if none of that is okay, then you can go into pelvic tilt. Okay, so I will have this behind my back because I've got to sit back and it helps me, prevents me getting a sore back. So if you're doing half roll back, you can put the ball here and you can rest back on the ball. And you can take the band wide around the feet, legs together, sitting up nice and tall, wide open across the front of the chest, breathing in, breathing out, tight, tight tummy. Inhale, stay, and exhale, restack. As simple as that. If you can do it without the ball and or with the legs straight, breathing in, breathing out, contract and tuck under, inhale, hold, and exhale, restack to neutral. If you can go all the way up and down, with or without the band, breathing in, breathing out, contract, tuck under, bring the head down, release it to neutral, inhale, lengthen the back of the neck, half roll up, don't pull on the band, but reach forward to come up and over. So inhale and exhale to come down, and inhale and exhale to come up and over. If you want to do it without the band, you can do it with the arms crossed. It's much harder because you've got nothing reaching forward to bring you back up. You have to use the abdominals, you have to pull in. So inhale and exhale to come down, and inhale and exhale to come up and over. If none of those is right for you, just go into your pelvic tilts with the legs straight or the legs bent, breathing in, breathing out to tighten up. Inhale, stay, exhale, release. Inhale, exhale, contract, inhale, hold, and release to neutral. So whichever one you're doing, do another 4. Inhale, exhale, up and over. Inhale, exhale to peel all the way down, or inhale, exhale into pelvic tilt, inhale, stay, and release. Or with your half roll back, inhale, exhale, tucking under, inhale, stay, and exhale, restack. So I'll give you a minute to just finish those off. You might want to do a couple more. You might not. Okay, spine twist. So coming up to sitting, and you can sit on your blocks if you need to. And we're going to use the band for this one. So we get a bit of extra work for the arms, and we are working lateral rotation of the upper arm in the shoulder joint. So your legs can be crossed or out in front, bent or straight. Band is coming around behind the rib cage, and you're holding onto it again, always between the thumb and the hand, never wrapped around. So again, up to you how tight or loose you want it, how much resistance you want. We want elbows down and hands up, so that we're working that outward rotation. Don't take the arms too far back because the shoulders will come up. Take them slightly forward of the sides, and you should just feel your shoulder blades just slotting in to little pockets. Okay, so as always with spine twist, we're reaching crown of the head away from the tailbone. The movement is happening from here, from the obliques contracting to take you round, not from the arms swinging round to give you the momentum to do it. Okay, so we're inhaling to take the arms out to the side. Breathing out, grow as you turn. Inhale, length to center, and control the elbows coming in. Inhale, open wide. Exhale, grow to the other side. Inhale, lengthen to center, elbows in. Inhale out, grow as you turn, lengthen to center, and release. Arms out, rotate, come center, elbows in. Adding in pulses if it's okay for your back, if not, repeat those ones. So we'll take the arms out and leave them out. Reach, reach further, further, and center. 1, 2, 3, and center. 1, 2, 3, and centre. 1, 2, 3, and centre, and control the arms coming. Pop the bag down, give your arms a little shake, and we're going to do single leg stretch. Now, after we've done some of the single leg stretch, I'd like to add in at the same time obliques. So opposite elbow coming to the incoming knee. That's not for everybody to bring the upper body up. So when it comes to that point, if you're doing single leg stretch and we come to the point where we're doing the obliques, bring the upper body down and do your obliques with most of the back down on the mat, so not curled up. So you'll be keeping the elbows wide, twisting to one side, so you've still got the weight on one shoulder blade and the back of one arm, and down, and then twist to the other side and come back down. Okay? Otherwise, we're going to be up here and we're going to be twisting towards the incoming knee. All right? And you can do it with the circle, but I think it's better with the hands behind. All right, so we are in neutral, pelvic floor tummy gently tightened, feet, knees and hips in line. Breathing in, breathing out to tighten up between top of pelvis, bottom rib. One leg tabletop, second leg tabletop, and you can leave the head down if you need to. One leg is going out as the other knee is coming in. All the way out, pull up thigh, pull up knee. Don't let the shins drop down as the knee comes in. So don't think of the foot lowering and raising. Just don't even think about the feet, just leave them where they are. Think about knees coming in and knees straightening. So imagine that your heels are on a tabletop, sliding to the opposite side and sliding in towards you. And because that tabletop is there, you can't drop the lower leg down. All right, so we're there. If you want to bring the upper body up, lengthen the back of the neck first, and up you come. We can take the circle, have the arms up to the ceiling, which makes it harder, because we've got longer levers and we've got more weight trying to take the upper body down, so upper abs are having to work that much harder. And off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and stop. Now this is where we're going to do the obliques. So either bring the upper body down, bring the feet down and just do the obliques from side to side, or add them into your single leg stretch. So off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 15, difficult to count, and twist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, legs tabletop, upper body down, one leg down, second leg down, reach the legs, reach the arms, have a good stretch. That was definitely more than 64 altogether, only a few more. So reach toes away from fingers, flex the feet, reach right heel, right arm, reach left heel, left arm, right side again, and left side again. Okay, we haven't got as much time left as I'd like. We're going to go on to sides, and we're going to do side leg lifts with the circle. Okay, so we need to organise the circle first. Pop the grip down, bottom leg inside, top leg on top, and then reach yourselves away, making sure body's in a straight line with the legs, grips on the circle are stacked, hips are stacked, legs are stacked. Waistline and ribs are off the mat. Pelvic floor and tummy is gently tightened, neck long, Pulled up thighs, pulled up knees, keeping the legs parallel, breathing in, breathing out to squeeze and release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Breathe in, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, squeeze and squeeze. Squeeze and squeeze. Breathe in, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, squeeze and squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze. Breathe in, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Breathe in, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Easier with the top leg than the bottom. Now the bottom leg needs to stay parallel. If that means you can only just take it off the grip at the bottom, that's fine. Better to keep it low and have it in the right place than to turn it in to lift. Okay, waistline and ribs staying off the mat. Make sure it's the whole leg coming up, not bending at the knee, lower leg coming up, so we twist the knee. So inhale, exhale, lift and lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Lift, lower. Breathe in, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, lift and lift. Lift and lift. Breathe in, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, lift, lift, lift and lift. Breathe in, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, lift, lift, lift and lift. Breathe in, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then get rid of the circle. Preferably, you've got your legs in line with your body and you're bending the knees, taking the lower legs behind you. If you feel that pulling on your knees, any discomfort there, bring the knees forward instead. So don't let the hip roll back. We're opening out the top knee and closing it down. Lift and lower. Lift, lower, lift and lower. 4 more. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And bring the knee down and we'll go to the other side. Okay, so starting off with the circle again. And we've got the grip down, bottom leg inside, top leg on top, grip stacked, legs stacked, hips stacked, waistline and ribs out of the mat, knees and thighs pulled up, staying parallel, breathing in, breathing out to squeeze and release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Breathe in, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, squeeze and squeeze. Squeeze and squeeze. Breathe in, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, squeeze and squeeze. Squeeze and squeeze. Breathe in, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze and squeeze. Breathe in, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bottom leg. Keep it parallel, keep it straight. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Breathe in, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, lift and lift. Lift and lift. Breathe in, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, lift. Lift, lift, lift. Breathe in, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale, lift and lift. Lift and lift. Breathe in, pulse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Those last 3 are always the worst. Okay, get rid of the circle. Thighs in line with the torso, feet back. Waistline and ribs off the mat, keeping that hip stacked over the other one. Lift and lower. Lift, lower. Lift and lift. 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And bring the knee down. So, we need to come up and finish off, unfortunately. So we're going to do a side bend. You can sit on your block. You can have legs crossed out in front, bent or straight. Inhale, arm up, exhale, over. Inhale, up, exhale, down. Same to the other side. Or you could do side plank, maybe then with a side bend as well. So if you are, make sure you haven't got slippy socks. You've got top foot in front, knee up to the ceiling, and you've got your hand more or less in line with your feet, shoulder blades sliding down the back. So you're coming up to a straight line. Now I said that about slippy socks, and mine are a bit slippy. So just holding there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have a little side bend and come all the way down. Should really take the socks off. Let's hope I don't have a terrible injury on this side. So hand down, shoulder blades sliding down, coming up to side plank, hold it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, side bend and come down. Coming up now with a roll up or not, up to you, tuck the toes under, get a stretch under the feet, and then onto the balls of the feet, reach the heels down, feel a stretch on knees and calves. It's a really nice stretch actually. Hands to toes, nose to knees. Pelvic floor and tummy staying gently tightened as you bring the heels down and start straightening the legs, keeping the knees slightly soft and coming all the way back up to standing. So again, we're standing up nice and tall, fingertips to shoulders, easing them through. So again, thinking of that connection, glutes and adductors working, which we felt when the toes were turned out. Just see if you can get some awareness of it while the feet are hip width apart, and take the arms down. Clasp the hands, turn them inside out, stretch across the upper back, arms up, shrug, slide them down, bend the elbows, push back, don't let the ribs pop out or the head poke forward, and release. Clasp the hands behind, reach them up, chest lifting up to the ceiling, and release. If it's all right for you to roll down, then you can roll down and let the arms hang over and just stay there while we count to 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the arms down to the seat before you roll back up. One arm is coming forward, open out to the side, but you can still see it out of the corner of your eye. Other arm up and out to the side. Both arms coming up, shoulders staying down. Picture the shoulder blades, feel them slotting into place. Arms come down, last little bit, hands on top of the head. Shrug the shoulders, drop or slide them down. Fix your eyes on a spot that's not moving. Coming up to a rise. Nice and strong around the ankles, ankles staying neutral. Take the arms up. Circle round, crown of the head reaching to the ceiling. Bring the heels down. Bend the knees over the toes. Shake and wriggle all over. And thank you very much.